Morning, John.
Morning,
First of all, what's the update on injuries? I know lots of Worrell and Montano. What can you tell us there?
David's got still in a boot, so it'll be a week or two. Monty should be training next week, and we're just waiting on Manny today.
Yeah, Manny was actually. Would he be ready, do you think, to potentially start then tomorrow?
We're just going to see how he goes in training today, and then obviously we'll have a better idea after training.
David Amu, he's been sort of coming back on Tuesday. How's he looking now, fitness-wise?
Yeah, David's fine to go. Yeah, I thought he came on and he did well on Tuesday. So, yeah, he's ready now.
Sorry, it'd help if I unmuted. Yeah. I want to talk to you about the January transfer window. Have you put any plans together for that? What are you looking for from that?
Yeah, we've obviously see who comes available. That'll obviously dictate to what we bring in. We are looking to make one or two changes if we can, get one or two out and bring one or two in. So, as I say, it'll depend on who's out there. We won't obviously bring somebody in just for the sake of bringing somebody in.
More goals, is that something that you're looking to bring in?
Yeah, we need to convert our chances, obviously, whether that's from midfield or up front. We need to obviously convert our chances.
And you mentioned there about players maybe having to leave, getting a couple of players out. Would that have to happen for you to make these changes and bring players in? Yeah,
because obviously you're limited now, squad numbers, so you've got to do that to enable you to get somebody in, because we're only allowed 22 players over the age of 21.
And looking at that, I mean, would you maybe look towards the loan market again? Are there players coming available there if it's harder to get some of these deals and contract players done as well?
Yeah, more than likely it would be a loan deal. Obviously, at this time of the season, there's very few who are out of contract unless the club's prepared to release somebody.
In terms of Mitch Clark as well, I know he's been out of the team. His loan's up in January. What are your plans for him?
Mitch will probably return. We've got James Gibbons, who's doing really well. Obviously, Zach's come in and done well. So more than likely, yeah, Mitch should return back to Leicester.
And just bring us up to date with James. You say he's doing really well. When could we perhaps see him back playing, do you think?
I think around about the middle of January, he should be available. If he continues to progress as he's doing, then that'd be realistic, I think.
And in terms of this weekend at Walsall, another team on a really good run playing you at the moment, but with your last two results, again against teams not doing too badly, and obviously Bolton as well, and the week before, these games aren't really phasing you, are they, when you come up against informed teams?
No, because we're playing well. Anybody who's watched the games can see that, as you said earlier, that we haven't converted our chances, and that's the one thing that's been lacking. But as regards how we're playing, I thought against Forest Green probably as well as we played this season, and players are confident. Hopefully we can keep creating as many chances as we are doing, and they start to go in again, as they did obviously against Bolton. But no, we know whoever we play, we're in for a tough game, and Walsall, a decent team, very similar to ourselves, the way that they play.
And as well for yourselves, you talk about the chances not going in. I mean, what have you been working on this week to try and address that?
You can't, because obviously we haven't, with the amount of games that you play, and it's very difficult to work on too much. But and again, when it comes down to finishing, it's about individuals finishing off the chances. The hardest part is creating them, and we seem to be doing that on a regular basis now. If we keep getting in those positions, they've got to start going in.
Is it hard for you as a manager? You know, you've tried different players in that striker role. Is it hard for you sometimes to know what's best to do, because you want to give someone else a chance, but maybe not change the team too much? Is it a difficult decision to make at the moment for who's going to start up front?
Not really, because as I say, it's not always the centre forward that's missing the chances. You know, Tom's come in and he scored on Tuesday. The chances that we had were mainly from midfield players that didn't go in, and it shows how many players we're getting into the box. It's some of it is poor finishing, some of it is just not getting the rub of the green. But no, the main thing is we're playing well, and if we keep playing well, then we'll get results.
Alex Hurst as well, a player who's obviously come into the team, and you talked about him already. In terms of his fitness as well, he's been out, obviously not in the first team equation for a while. So is that something as well you've got to manage a little bit?
Not really. He's a very fit lad. Obviously, plenty of hunger, wants to play every game, as many games as he can. So no, it's not a problem for Alex. Sometimes you have to judge whether it's best to leave him out just to freshen him up again. But no, I don't worry about him fitness wise.
Brilliant. That's great for me, John. Thanks very much.
Cheers, Robbie.
Unmuted myself.
Right,
how's Mark Cullen doing after the knock on his knee took the other week?
Mark's still not right. He's probably going to be at least another week. So it's a funny one. I think it's more of a nerve problem behind his knees, something that Chris, the physio, has not seen before. So we just got to wait for it to settle down, and then hopefully, as I say, in a week he should be okay.
Yeah, he's had a sort of frustrating first half of the season, hasn't he? Because we know he can score goals from last year. He's just not been able to get that run of games. Yeah,
that's been the problem really since he's come in. You know, he get up and running, start to do well, and then seems to get injured. And that's, as you say, all his time at Port Vale, that's been the case. You just keep hoping that he's going to get back and start scoring 1 or 2 goals and not get injured.
And you were telling Robin about the injuries right at the start. Just chat with Dave Worrell. It's a calf injury, it's a calf strain he's struggling with.
No, going into the game, he got a problem with his calf, and then it was his ankle. He twisted his ankle, and he's had a scan, and it's shown up that I think it's ligament damage that he's got in his ankle. So he's going to be about a couple of weeks.
Okay. At least it's not. I suppose at least it's not worse than that for a player who's, I think, created more goals than anybody else in the division.
Yeah. Obviously, when we knew we got Manny and David Worrell out, David Amu out, Monty out, then obviously it's going to affect you. But I thought how we played against Forest Green was as good as we played all season. So it's good to have players come in and do so well.
Yeah, in terms of your squad there, you mentioned Alex Hurst there, who's come in and taken his chance, and also Devante Rodney's versatility to play in a couple of positions. You must be really pleased with how that's worked out. Yeah,
very much so, and they're both young lads as well. So it bodes well for the future of the football club, because maybe we've not had that in the past. So it's nice to see the young ones doing so well, and then obviously it's competition for everybody now throughout the team.
That's great for me. Thanks, John.
Cheers, Mike. Thanks.
Cheers. See you tomorrow.